Hello, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. Welcome to week 4 of e-learning here for the music room. Today we're going to have 2 different parts of our lesson. Our first part is going to be about learning and experimenting with sounds via this app that we're going to use through Google Chrome called Chrome Music Lab. Through that, you're going to be experimenting with different electronic instruments and creating your own song. The second part of our lesson today is going to be, we're going to listen to a song tale that's one of our favorites in the Spring Mill Music Room that we read a lot in class called the Crabfish. So once you go through the lesson for Chrome Music Lab, stay tuned and you can read along with the Crabfish with me. So let's go ahead and dive into the first part of our lesson. What you're going to need for your week 4 lesson is your Chromebook that you've either gotten from school, or you can do it on a smartphone, or you can do it on any type of computer device, but you have to be using Google Chrome. So you can't use Safari, you can't use Internet Explorer, you gotta use Google Chrome for this activity. So let's jump in. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna open up Google Chrome. Let's minimize me, and we will do this together. All right, so I'm already on my Google homepage. All I'm gonna do is type in Chrome Music Lab and press enter. Then I'm going to go to this first link right here. It's musiclab.chromeexperiments.com, and I'm going to go ahead and click on it. Then you're going to see all these different activities pop up. You can experiment with any of these. There's one about Kandinsky, which I know you guys learn a lot about with Miss Moore in the art room. There's one about you can experiment with different sound waves, see what sound looks like around you. But for your assignment, you're going to go to this first one called Song Maker. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And our object with this lesson is you're going to create your own song. There's a couple ways you can do this. First, I want you to take about 2 or 3 minutes to go ahead and experiment with the different things in Song Maker. So down here at the bottom, you can see, let's see if I can move me. Oh, I can. Haha. So down here at the bottom, you can see that there are different things I can click on. So I can change this instrument to marimba. I can pick a marimba is just like the xylophones we use in the music room. I can do a piano. I can do strings. I can do woodwinds, so like clarinet, flute. I'm going to pick piano. So then with piano, I'm going to go up here in all these squares, and I can kind of just click around wherever I want. Let's start with just writing something out. So I'm going to write out, let's see, going to click around wherever I want. I want to make sure I'm going high, and I can also go all the way down here. Nice and low. Notice I'm just clicking wherever I want. I'm not really planning anything out right now. Let's click play and see what this sounds like. So I wasn't really doing anything on purpose. I was just kind of putting things in. Didn't sound super great, because I didn't really put a lot of thought into it. But I just want you to take a couple minutes and experiment with all these different aspects. I can also, down here, these little dots, that's going to be my beat pattern. So above the dots is going to be where I write my melody. Remember, that's one of our vocab words is melody. Melody is just the notes behind the song. So the tune that we sing to in songs on the radio, in the Crabfish that we're going to sing later, that is our melody. So all these rainbow dots that you click on here up top, wherever you put them, that is going to be your melody. Each column on the grid represents one beat. So you can see that there's a column here. That's going to be one beat. So these dots down at the bottom are where I can put in different drums. I can put a block. See, I'm clicking down here and I can change it. I've got a drum kit. I've got a conga drum, which is kind of like the drums we use in the music room at Spring Mill. Or you can make an electronic beat. So I'm just going to put some hi-hat hits on the down beats of my rhythm. I'm going to put 3 right here. Let's see what that sounds like. So you can see that that already added a little bit more definition to it. It made it sound a little bit more like a song than what I previously had because I added a beat. Let's speed it up. So remember, we learned about tempo before we had to stay at home. Tempo tells us how fast or slow a song goes. So remember, tempo, we have different types of tempo. We have allegro, which means really fast. Presto is even faster than allegro. We have largo, which is nice and slow. We also learned about andante, which is just going to kind of be a walking pace. So you can drag this dial down, and you notice the number right here gets lower. Let's see what this sounds like. If I make it all the way to 40, see what it sounds like. Oh, that's painfully slow. I can't even listen to that whole thing. Let's speed it way up. See what that sounds like. All the way up to 240. So you can hear, just by changing it to be way faster, that would be kind of closer to presto, I'm going to get a totally different vibe to my song. Your job this week is to create a song through Chrome Music Lab Songmaker. Remember, first you're going to experiment just like I did here. I didn't really think about what I wanted it to sound like. I just kind of clicked and experimented with different things. I went ahead and I did make a song through Chrome Songmaker, and I planned out what I wanted the melody to sound like. I added a bass line down here, and I really thought about where I wanted my block hits. Notice I changed the melody to be played on the strings, and I changed the beat to be played on the block. Let's go ahead and listen to my song and see what it sounds like together. And I just hit stop and I'm done. Once you've finished this, you're going to send your song to me via Canvas. It's super easy to do. All you're going to go to is, I'm going to go back to the one that I showed you, my experiment song, and I'm going to click save down here in the bottom right hand corner. Once I hit save, it's going to pop up my URL link. All I do is hit copy link right here, and then I'm going to go into Canvas and submit my assignment with copy paste in my assignment submission box. This is kind of similar to our body percussion activity that you did, where you sent your Google slide to me, except all you're doing now is copy and pasting your link. Super easy, super simple. As always, if you have questions for me, you can join my Google Meet office hour. All that information is on your homepage on Canvas. Once you finish your assignment in Songmaker, go ahead and experiment with some of the other apps via Google Chrome. The Kandinsky one, go ahead and check out the rhythm, or even the sound waves. That one's really cool to see all the sounds that exist around you. Now we're going to be listening, and you can sing along with one of our favorite books in the music room, which is The Crabfish by John M. Feyerabend. You'll be able to see that on the screen as you hear me sing it for you, and I hope that it just gives you a chance to relax, listen, and think about things that we used to do in the music room. The Crabfish by John M. Feyerabend. There was a little man, and he had a little wife, and he loved her as much as he loved his life. Mash-a row, 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 diddle all the day. Mash-a row, 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 diddle all the day. 1 hour in the night his wife grew sick, and all that she wanted was a little crabfish. Mash-a row, 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 diddle all the day. Mash-a row, 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 diddle all the day. So up he arose and put on his clothes, and down to the seaside he followed his nose. Mash-a row, 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 diddle all the day. Mash-a row, 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 diddle all the day. Oh fisherman, can you tell me, have you a little crabfish you could sell to me? Mash-a row, 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 diddle all the day. Mash-a row, 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 diddle all the day. oh yes, I have 1, 2, and 3, and the best of them I will sell to thee. Mash-a-row, row, 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 diddle all the day. Mash-a-row, row, 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 diddle all the day. So he caught him and brought him and put him in a dish, and he said, oh, wife, put your nose to this. Mash-a-row, row, 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 diddle all the day. Mash-a-row, row, 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 diddle all the day. Then his wife, just a smelling, popped up from her clothes, and the crabfish popped up and grabbed her by the nose. Mash-a-row, row, 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 diddle all the day. Mash-a-row, row, 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 diddle all the day. Oh, help, dear husband, come hither, do you hear? Then the crabfish popped up and grabbed him by the ear. Mash-a-row, row, 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 diddle all the day. Mash-a-row, row, 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 diddle all the day. And so, my friends, if for a crabfish you thirst, please just remember to cook him first. Mash-a-row, row, 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 diddle all the day. Mash-a-row, row, 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 diddle all the day. The end. I'd love to see lots of you reaching out to me this week via Google Meet. I miss you all so much and hope you have an awesome week 4 of e-learning. Bye, everybody.